welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Yancy, and today we're in my kitchen. Yes, as promised, today we're cooking something really delicious. We're making the Liberian red oil okra soup with some fufu on the side, okay? A lot of different cultures eat this and they cook theirs however they want. Today, I'm just showing you one version of the way that I cook mine, and it is a staple in my home because it's one of my favorite soups to eat and cook. All right, so let's get this started. Let me go ahead and get the chat going. If you're just now joining us, please let me know where you're watching from. Okay, let me know where you're watching from if you're just now joining us. Okay, let the chat know where you're watching from. I'm about to show you guys all of the ingredients that you need for this soup, and it's really easy, y'all. Like I said, I always talk about how whenever like we're cooking, the biggest thing here is always the prepping of the food. So once you have everything prepped, the cooking of it is fairly easy. But all right, I think I have everything I need. So let's get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. All right, y'all. So let me show you guys the ingredients that we will be using. So right here is the okra that I will be using. What I did was when I got the okra, I chopped it up and then I put it in my blender, in my Ninja what is it, food processor, and then I used the chopped setting. So I you know, the okra, they're usually like this big, so I chopped it in like three, and then I threw it in the food processor, and then I put it on the chop setting, and then I let it chopped it. So this is what it looks like. You could of course cut yours however you want. You could cut it with your hands or whatever, but this is what mine look like right now. Yeah, so we have our okra, and then we have our protein. The protein, you can use whatever protein of your choice. Thanks for liking the video. Yes, absolutely. Please go ahead and like it. Thank you. But yeah, so we are going to be using some crabs, and then I'll show you the rest of the protein that we'll be using today. But crabs is like one of my favorites, and okra, I could eat like all of this by myself. So we got the crab, and then we have, this is our veggies that we will be using. So in here, I have some red bell pepper. You can use any bell pepper. I have some Scotch bonnet, and I have some habanero, all from the garden, the peppers, everything from the garden. And then we're gonna have some onions. We're going to have some garlic, as well as ginger. Now, when it comes to how much of it you want to add into that, I would say it's up to your own discretion, because you could add as much as you want or as little as you want. It's not going to change anything for the food. And then we have some in here. I have some blended roasted tomatoes. So I roasted some tomatoes and onions the other day. I think I told you guys about it on my last live, where I roasted some onions and tomatoes, how I processed it, and then I blended it. So we'll be adding some of that. And then the red oil, this is the red oil that we will be using. And then as far as like the, you know, the spices and things like that, I'll be using things like, you know, garlic, complete, sazon, some black pepper, and some onion powder. And then I will be using this sazon as well. And then I will also be using some of this chicken Knorr cube as well. Okay. Good evening, everyone. And then let me just show you guys the other proteins that I was telling you guys about. I've already started cooking it because I wanted to cut out the cooking time of it. So I already started cooking it. So the other proteins that I have in here are like smoked turkey. I have some smoked goat as well. I have some chicken feet. And I also have some, I forgot what this fish is called. I forgot what this fish is called. Stockfish. Oh, I have some stockfish. And then lastly, I have some guinea fowl. I have some smoked guinea fowl and I have some regular guinea fowl as well. So I season it very well with all of the spices that I just showed you guys. And then when I was done, I let it steam for about 20 minutes without adding any water. After it steamed for about 20 minutes, I added some water. The steaming process is just to get all of the seasonings and things like that to marinate the meats very well. And then after the 20 minutes of it steaming, I had it on medium heat, cover it up and let it steam without any water. After 20 minutes, I added water because this is the broth that we are going to be using for the okra. So I added some water so it could boil some more, so it could cook the meat some more, because, you know, we have things like goat and guinea fowl in here that could be a little tough if you don't cook it well. So I have that in here. And for the crabs, I'm going to add that once, you know, we start cooking the okra, because crabs don't take long to cook and I don't want it to overcook. All right, so now that you guys see all of the ingredients that we have, let's go ahead and get started on cutting our veggies. Let's go ahead and start cutting our veggies so we can start chopping them up so we can actually start cooking this okra. And sorry if I'm not seeing your comments. If I catch it, I will definitely read it, because I'm not staring at the comments right now. But you guys know what to do if you want me to see your comments. Like, it's gonna highlight. If you guys like leave a super chat or something, I get to see it regardless. All right, everybody, let us know what you're in the comments, and I need to get them likes. We need to get some likes up, okay? Let's get the likes up. All right, let's get the likes up. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, Maryland group blue crabs, my favorite. Yep, I love me some blue crabs. It's not all fish. It's a bunch of other meats. You'll see once we get started. Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone. Wherever you're watching from, let us know where you're watching from. We're making some okra soup. We're making some okra soup, red oil okra soup, Liberian red oil okra soup with some fufu. All right, y'all, I'm about to go get the food processor so we can start chopping our veggies. Alrighty. Let me put this over here. Yeah, so this is going to be a really easy, very, very easy stew that we're making. I'm just rinsing them a little bit, rinsing the veggies a little bit. All right. And I might not be cooking all of that okra. It is a lot of okra. It is a lot of okra, so I don't think I'm going to be making all of it, but I'm going to be making a lot of it for sure. For sure, I'm going to be making a lot of it. I've never seen so many meats cooked in one pot. Yeah, so in my culture, we cook with a ton of different meats. Like, there's no like special type of meat for any food. And we cook with like basically what we want to eat. So it's like in one soup or stew, where like we might want to taste, you know, different things in it. So we put it in there. We cook with it in there. It does seem like it's a lot, right? It does seem like it's a lot, but it's not. Trust me. Trust me. When I say this is not a lot, the only reason why you don't see a lot of different meats in here is because I don't eat red meat. Okay, let me not say I don't eat red meat because goat is technically red meat, right? But I try not to eat red meat. Let's just say that. So there's so many other things that could have went in here that typically would go in here. It's like the more meats that you cook with, the more rich the food is, and it adds more flavor, like the broth from those meats and things like that. It adds more flavor to it. So it just adds to it. But of course, when you're cooking yours, you don't have to use as many meats as I'm using. But and another thing is like, you know, if the broth is too much that you're making for the soup, you don't have to use all of it. You could, when it cools down, put it in a container and put it in the freezer for the next time that you are going to cook, you know? Put it in the freezer for the next time you're going to cook, and now it's a little bit easier for you to cook too, and then you're adding a lot of flavor to your food. But trust me, this is not a lot of meat. Trust me. I've seen a lot because, you know, I grew up in a culture seeing my mom and family members cook and adding a ton more different kinds of meats that, you know, than what I have in there. Trust me. Let's see, what y'all talking about? So the first thing first, after we, you know, chop up these veggies, we are going to fry them in the red oil. And then we will add the okra next. A tip for you, if you want this to go, you know, much easier, is to actually, I thought I heard something. A trick is to pre-cook the okra and then add it into the stew that we're about to make. The stew we're about to make, if you could pre-cook the okra just how we're pre-cooking the meats. You can pre-cook the okra, and then it will just be, you know, at the end where you're just adding everything to it. So that's another way, you know, to make things easier. So I'm going to give a disclaimer for some of you that do not know what okra is, or don't know the consistency of okra. Okra consistency is like a little bit slimy, and it draws as, you know, you eat it or cook it, whatever, okay? That's the consistency of okra. If you're somebody that do not like your, you know, like the drawiness or the slime of the okra, one of the ways to cut down the slime is to cook it with a lot of tomatoes. I don't know what the chemistry is between okra and tomatoes, but tomatoes cuts the slime down a lot. So if you're somebody that don't like the slime of okra, cook it with tomatoes. I'm the opposite of that. I love the slime of okra, and that's like one of my favorite parts of eating okra. That's why I eat okra, is because I like the consistency of it. And so you guys are going to be seeing that today. You guys are going to be seeing that today. And I don't want no ignorance in the chat once you start to see the slime and things like that. So if it's something that grosses you out, I suggest you don't watch this video at all, because we are cooking okra, and that is the natural consistency of okra. Okay? Don't say I didn't warn you, because then I'm going to have to talk about you once you start putting some ignorant comments in here, okay? Okay. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey everyone. Happy Sunday. Thanks for being on here with me today. We're making some okra soup and some fufu. Now, my question is, have you guys seen the last video that I posted on Saturday? Was it yesterday? Yeah, I posted it yesterday. Have you guys seen that video? If you haven't, make sure you watch that video after this live. I harvested, I showed you guys, like, you know, some of the things that I still have in my garden. I harvested a ton more peppers and tomatoes. I technically harvested, I would say, the last of the ripe tomatoes in my garden, because it is, you know, getting cold now, or it is staying cold consistently now. So I don't anticipate that the tomatoes are going to, more tomatoes are going to get ripe, even though I have a million green tomatoes. I don't anticipate that a lot of them are going to turn. They're not. I don't think they are. Not even I don't think. I know they aren't. Like the ripening process have slowed down drastically. So in that video that I posted yesterday, you pretty much see like the last of my ripe and semi-ripe tomatoes. So make sure you guys watch that video after this one, and you'll see a lot of the peppers and things that I harvested that you'll see me cutting up right now that we're about to put in our okra. So this is a garden to table video, okay? Now, I'm making a lot of okra, so you're probably wondering, like, you know, this is a lot of veggies and stuff. All of it may not go into the okra. I might not use all of it, but I just like to always make enough just in case. Thank you guys for liking the video. Please continue to like the video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm going to now turn this on and just chop it up. Make sure it is nicely chopped. Folks, we are done. Okay, now we're about to cook. Now we're about to cook. All right, had to put that away. Let me show you guys my peppers. They look really good. How are you guys doing tonight? Please let us know where you're watching from, okay? All right, so this is the consistency of my peppers. As you can see, very nice and chopped up. So y'all know what we already have here. We have everything that I showed you guys, like all the veggies, peppers, spicy peppers, ginger, garlic, and onions. That's what we have in here. And this is what we're about to make the stew with. California in the house. Hey. All right. We are about to get started. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. And thanks for liking the live. Thank you. Thank you. Please continue to like the live. Let's get to 100 likes. Okay. That, you know, that's always our goal on here is to get to 100 likes. All right. So y'all see my meat. They're pretty much like done. They're pretty much done. You know, they look good. So I think I'm about to turn the stove off because we will be using the broth for our okra. All right, y'all. So now we got the pot on here. We're about to turn the stove on, medium to high. Okay. I'm going to turn this on. Thank you guys. I'm seeing all the likes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're going to add our palm oil. Now the palm oil, right? Add as little or as much as you want based on the quantity that you're cooking. I am cooking quite a lot, so I will be adding just, you know, a little bit more than usual. All right, so now we're just gonna allow the oil to get hot. When you are working with this oil, you guys have been cooking with me for a while on here now. When you're working with this oil, just remember that you need to open your windows or pay attention to your smoke alarm, because it can get smoky once the oil starts to get hot. If it's your first time working with this oil, do not be alarmed. The oil does get smoky once it starts to get hot. But it's fine. It doesn't mean anything. It just gets smoky because, you know, the palm oil, red oil, aka palm oil, it comes from the palm nuts, and it is a fruit. So essentially, while you're heating this oil, is cooking at the same time. That's why you see the smoke coming up. All right, let's let it get hot. You said burnt. What's that? This is oil. This is palm oil. You can't see because the pot is dark on the inside, so you can see, but it's red oil. Red oil. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to our Sunday live. How are y'all doing? Let me know where y'all watching from while the oil get hot. Let me know where y'all watching from. Wow. I see about 200 people in here watching. Can we get the live to get to 100 likes, please? Let's get the live to 100 likes. Colorado, Key Cares. Is it Key Cares or Key Cares? Colorado in the house. North Carolina in the house. San Francisco in the house. Florida in the house. I see y'all. Yes. Keep it going. Keep it going. Where y'all watching from? London in the house. Yes. Yes, I'm loving it. Germany in the house. Wow, it's a lot of international. We're international. Okay, our oil is hot, I think, because it's making some noise. Let's see. It's hot, but it's not that hot. Let's let it get a little bit hotter. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, everyone. Thanks for being on here with me tonight. ATL in the house. Bronx, New York in the house. South Africa in the house. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh-oh. Waterloo in the house. Oh, the oil is hot, Lord. It's time. It's time. Iowa in the house. Benin in the house. Okay. Wow. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Yes, y'all. It is ready. It is ready. Queens in the house. Period. Okay, y'all, I gotta cook. Y'all gonna have me on here. Yelling out all y'all burrows. Y'all see us smoking, right? All right, I need to take out this thing, the whatchamacallit, like the grinder thing. I need to take this out before it fall in the pot. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Need to take it out. I'm gonna have a disaster. All right. I love cooking with a lot of herbs, y'all. I really do. It just makes the food taste better. Like, really, it really does. I'm really tempted to put all of this in here. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna save some so I can make pepper soup for my kids. Cause y'all know it's getting cold out here and it's pepper soup season. It is pepper soup season, and my kids been complaining about their throat. They complaining about everything. My neck, my back, my neck and my back. They just complaining. So I need to make them some pepper soup to make them feel better. Y'all know in America, like a lot of African Americans, they say they drink ginger ale for everything to make them feel better. Like if they sick, their parents give them ginger ale, their mom give them ginger ale. Like whatever the issue is, they drink ginger ale. In a Liberian household, whatever the illness is, you drinking pepper soup. Okay? You are going to drink pepper soup. Your head hurt, you're drinking pepper soup. Your body hurt, you're drinking pepper soup. Whatever hurts, you're drinking pepper soup. You don't feel good, you're drinking it. Okay? So that's our ginger ale in Liberia. So I gotta make some pepper soup for my babies because they complain about everything under the sun. And they only turn to start complaining when it's bedtime. You tell the kids, okay, y'all, it's time to go to bed. All of a sudden, my son have a headache that he's been having all day long that he never told me about. All right, y'all, we about to add some our roasted tomatoes. So this is like pretty much like tomato paste for real. But please use the fresh thing, okay? Get you some tomatoes. It is not hard to roast tomatoes in the oven. Get you some tomatoes, and what you do is spray some like olive oil or avocado oil, which I prefer. Spray it in the baking pan. Slice up your tomatoes like in half, and spray it with a little bit of avocado oil, and then season it with like some complete or Italian seasoning, and then with onions, and then also like, you know, slice a thing of onions as well, or some spicy pepper, whatever kind of herb. Put it in the oven and let it roast for on 350 for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. It dehydrates the tomatoes, and it roasts it perfectly, so you're able to get, the longer it stays in the oven, the longer the thicker the paste is going to be, like the tomato paste. And that's how I process a lot of my tomatoes to go in the freezer. It lasts me for like a year or more. And I already ran out. This is the complete I'm talking about that I put on there. And it's just a great source of seasonings when you're cooking. You see how I just use that? What you making? Some okra? What you doing? What's going on? Where you watching from? Hey y'all, everybody that's saying hi. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? How you doing? How are you doing? What's going on? Where you watching from? I was enjoying shouting you guys out. I was enjoying putting you shouting you guys out. Thank you for liking the live. We're almost at 50. We're almost at 50. Let's get it to 100. What are you cooking? Something delicious. We're making some okra. Yes, Mrs. Thompson. Why are you cooking the spoon? I know, right? Why am I cooking the spoon? It just make it easier, you know. That's I like to cook with wooden spoons because, you know, it doesn't scrape the pot, so you're not adding any of the chemicals or whatever you know you can think about. We're not adding it in there. So I like to cook with wooden spoons, and if you leave it in there, you're not putting any chemicals in there. So yes, whoever just dropped the Liberian flag, period. Oh wait, that's not the Liberian flag, that's the American flag. American viewing from Springfield, Virginia. Hey neighbor. Hey neighbor. I thought that was the Liberian flag for a second. That is so funny. So the Liberian flag looks exactly like the American flag, with the exception of there's only one star on the Liberian flag, and so therefore it's called the Lone Star. That is so funny. Not me over here shouting out Liberia when there was an American flag in there. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Welcome. I need the likes to keep going, okay? All right, so we are frying this, you know, just for a little bit, for about, let's say 10 minutes. We're gonna fry that because we want to fry it. Why not? And then let's start our seasoning. So right now I'm not gonna do too much of like the salty seasonings because I already created the broth. The broth has like all the meats that I'm cooking, and when I was cooking the meat, I already have seasoned it with a lot of spices, and therefore I want to make sure that this is not going to be salty. So I'm just gonna, you know, lightly season these with like more herbs than salty type of seasonings. So when you're cooking this, okra can get salty really easily, so you want to be very careful with your hand and how you pour the seasonings in there. You know, start off light. If you're gonna boil your meat separately and you're seasoning your meat as you should before you boil it, just make sure that when it's time to like cook the stew, you're mindful that you're not supposed to put like too much salty type of seasonings in here, because you already have some seasonings inside of your broth. Okay. Alrighty. A sad day. It's all done. It's all gone. They get all my money, y'all. I need a sponsorship from this brand, okay? Because I use this down to a T, okay? They get all my money. All right. Like I said, they get all my money, y'all. They get all my money, money, money. Okay. Let's get that sazon in there. I love saying sazon. Am I the only one? I love saying the word sazon. And I hope I'm saying it the right way. I'm just saying it based on how it's spelled to me. So I might be wrong. But I love me some sazon. Mm-hmm. Thank you. All right, all right. Woo, Lord. I need to, you see how I already start spelling stuff? And when you're frying this, it will start to pop. So be very mindful of that. It will start to pop. So you might want to get like something to cover it, but don't cover it with like the pot top, because you don't want to trap too much steam in there, because you want like that, you want it to fry. Get like what I think I showed it to y'all, like what I typically use to cover my pot when I am cooking. It allows the steam to come up and come out. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm gonna add one more pepper though. It's not spicy enough for me. All right. About to add another habanero in there. Okay. So let's go ahead and add one more habanero. I'm gonna cut it in half because I want it to be all up in there. Okay. All right, thank you guys for getting me up to 50 likes. Can we get it to 100 likes, please? And can y'all continue to let me know where you're watching from, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And what you guys got going on today? What you guys got going on today? Happy Sunday. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Honestly, I feel like the weekend goes by so fast. Like, I don't even know where the weekend be going. Yes, Germany. Wow, there's a lot of people from Germany in here. England. Wow, welcome. No, we're not making cabbage stew. We're making okra soup. Newark, New Jersey, getting her hair braided, period. Yes, Wales in the house. Wales, UK in the house. Yes, the weekend, I don't know. I feel like Friday should be included in the weekend, because I don't understand where it be going. Especially when you have kids, it feels like the weekend goes by so fast. It's like on Saturdays, I'll be so happy. I'm like, yes, Lord, I could sleep in, even though I can barely sleep in because I still have to come and make them breakfast because they're not at the age where they can't do it themselves yet. So, but at least, like, you know, I don't feel like I have to be rushing to go and drop them off and pick them up and, you know, all that stuff. I think I saw California. California in the house again. Yes. Sweden in the house. Wow, look at all that. Oh, international. South Carolina in the house. Hey, Ajibola. I hope I said your name right. Hey, Ajibola. Proud of you. Thank you. I'm in Maryland in the house. DMV in the house. Hinesville, Georgia in the house. France in the house. Virginia in his house. Yes, I'm loving it. Australia, wow, 9:05 a.m. Wow. Well, good morning, Heather. Good morning. Your cooking is world class. Wow, I am. You slicing me up. You got me blushing. I'm black, dark skin at that. What are you cooking? Something delicious. Birmingham, Alabama in the house. I'm making some okra soup. I am from Baltimore. Baltimore in the house. Hey, neighbor. Wow. All right, y'all. We about to add the okra. So there's one thing that's missing from this that I'm very sad about that I put in all of my meals. Spice wise, if you know, let us know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about, okay? Um, and I'm really sad because I ran out, and that is some shrimp powder. Shrimp powder, crawfish powder, that is like one of my favorite things to put in okra, and I don't have any, and I'm really sad about it. So if you have any, please add it to your recipe. It is a game changer when it comes to cooking, okay? Especially okra. Yes, I added cayenne pepper. Whoever knew that, you know it. Some ground cayenne pepper because I want it spicy. If it ain't spicy, I ain't eating it. I'm not Nigerian, but my husband is. So does that mean I'm Nigerian by marriage? Yes. Naija in the house. Barbados in the house. Yes. Invite me. I would love to go to Barbados. That is not Obey. I do not cook with Obey. Absolutely not. I maybe when I steam crabs, I'll put some Obey on there. But as far as cooking with it, I don't do that. Let's see. That's seasoned pot. So I know that okra soup is going to be good. Yes. So remember, y'all, I already gave y'all a warning, right? I love it. I would like to try it. Absolutely. Ajibola said, well done, chef. It looks amazing. Making me drool now. South Africa. Wow. Is it 12 in the night? Is that, or 12 in the morning, should I say? Wow. 12 a.m. What you doing up, girl? All right, y'all. This is nice and fried. It did not need to fry for that long. I'm over here talking to y'all. It does not need to fry for that long. We're not making fry stew or anything like that, but you just wanted to fry a little bit. So that's why, you know, we were chatting over there, okay? All right. All right. So now we're about to add the okra. Here in Germany it's 12 a.m. Wow. All the international people is like super late over there to y'all. Okay. Let's add the okra. Let me go get it. Where is it? Where's my okra? Oh. Let me get the okra. Let's add the okra. Remember, I gave you guys a pre-warning about the okra and the consistency of okra it draws. So if you don't like slimy food, I suggest that you please keep it moving. This will be the time for you to exit because okra does have slime and I like it slimy. That's why I eat okra. I don't like to take the slime out. But if you're somebody who cannot take the okra slime, you can use a lot of tomatoes and it will cut it out. Okay? All right. We're not going to use all of the okra because this is definitely a lot of okra. And it is not enough. It's not, the pot is not big enough for it. All right. So we're going to add our okra in here. Let's see if I'm going to add a little bit more. And because we are eating this with fufu, I'm going to make it more soupy. So if you want to eat it with like rice and stuff like that, you don't have to make it, you know, as soupy. Soupy meaning the amount of broth that you add to it. If you're eating it with rice, you don't have to add too much broth to it. But we're eating it with fufu, so I'm going to add a lot of broth to it. All right, I think I'll add a little bit more. I think that's good. That's good, that's good. And then you just, you know, stir it up. My heat is on medium right now. My heat is on medium right now. So stir it, mix it very well. Very, very well. And then we're gonna allow it to cook. It doesn't take, okra doesn't take a long time to cook, by the way. So it should be done like very soon. Remember, I fried this with tomatoes, so it's not going to be as slimy as I want. So I'm going to do a trick to make it be as slimy as I want. And for those of you who like your okra slimy, I will show you a trick to make it as slimy as you want. But right now, as you can see, it is, you know, a little slimy. And I know people don't, there's a lot of people that don't like it. If you're African, I know you're out of the chat because you love it. And that's how we like our okra. But I know a lot of like non-Africans, they do not like their okra, you know, super slimy. All right, let's let it cook for a little bit. All right. While it cooks, I'm about to go get the other things that we need. I'm about to get the meats out of the broth. I mean, out of the pot, so we can get the broth and all of the things. So, 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Watch it for me, okay? Make sure it doesn't burn. Make sure it doesn't burn. I'm tasking y'all with that one task. It looks so good. So good. Can we get the lights going up? I wouldn't say it's a Nigerian dish, but Nigerians do make it too. So yeah, I guess you can. A lot of West Africans eat this. So Nigerians, Liberians, Sierra Leoneans, Ghanaians, we all eat this. Yes, ATL at work. Definitely get your money, girl. Especially in this economy. I have to dry my okra before I add it to stew or oxtails. I'm sorry, I don't like, you don't like slime. I understand. I understand, but this particular meal that we're making, this Liberian okra, we like the slime in it because we eat it with fufu. And yeah, trust me, I know a lot of people don't like the slime. That's the reason why I gave you guys like a warning, a disclosure, so you can leave if it's something that gross you out. What is this called again? Last time I had it was fire. Oh, this is okra soup. Add curd to it. It will taste different. We do it here in India. Ooh, that sounds good. I have friends of all nationalities from Africa, but the slime is the only thing I can't do. I have even tried peanut butter stew with no problem. No, trust me. I think like with the slime thing, I think it's a cultural thing. You have this is something you would have had to have been eating growing up, like your parents making it for you. If you are new to like African food and stuff like that, this is not the first thing I would recommend for you, even though the taste is very delicious. But you know, some people have an issue with the consistency of the okra, and if you are one of those type of people, then yeah. But if you were one of those type of people that still would like to try it, if you want to cook it. If I would suggest cooking it yourself instead of trying it elsewhere, and follow my tips of adding a lot of tomatoes. So when I say adding a lot of tomatoes is, you know, when you make the stew, let it be heavier on the tomato side, like base wise. The base, you saw how we put a lot of like bell peppers and things like that in here. You can still add that, but add a lot of tomatoes, like the roasted tomatoes, the blended roasted tomatoes. Add a lot of it to it, and it's gonna cut the slime like off of it. By the time you're done, it's gonna cut it. You're right, my family loves it slimy. Yes, I think it has to be like, you have to really be like of African descent to understand like the sliminess of it. So, yeah. Let's see. I just subscribed. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Yes, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Please go ahead and like the video. I'm about to stir it one more time, and then we're about to start emptying our broth. So the okra should take about like 10 minutes to cook. Really, okra doesn't take long to cook. It cooks pretty fast. Pretty fast. And we're not trying to, you know, just make it cook right now because we're going to add the broth to it anyway. So, all right, let's go ahead and come in. I think I'm going to add the okra. Actually, no, I'm not going to add the okra right now because there's something I want to add to it first. So we're about to take the meats out. Let me give us some space so we can take the meats out. All right. Thank you guys for liking the video. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. We're about to take the meats out now. Okay. And when I say take the meats out, I'm just mean like separating the meats from the broth. Because we are about to add the broth to the soup. All right. So this is our meats right here. Okay. Let me get a bowl for us to put our meats in there. Thank you guys for liking the video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Alrighty. Hope you guys can see all of our juicy meat. Somebody said I ain't never seen this much meat cooked in one pot of soup. So yes, y'all, we got some goat right here. This is some goat. We have some smoked turkey. Okay. We have some smoked guinea fowl. I love smoked guinea fowl. Okay. And y'all know we have our chicken feet. Everything tastes good with chicken feet, okay? All right, I need this to go a little faster. We have some smoked guinea fowl, and then we also have like regular guinea fowl as well. And then we also have some stockfish. This is the stockfish. I'm actually gonna put it aside because I want to debone it. So I'm gonna put it aside so I can debone it. What, baby? You like what you see? All right. This is the stockfish. I really like cooking with stockfish because it gives it a lot. It gives the broth and the food a lot of flavor. It gives it a lot of flavor. I love cooking with stockfish. This is like, you know, regular guinea fowl, if you guys are wondering. Okay. I know I'm not going to use like all of this broth. So some of it, I'm going to use it for pepper soup and make it for my kids. So I'm going to use some of this broth and I'm going to use some of the meat for the pepper soup because it's a lot. It's a lot of meat. If I had cooked this maybe in like a bigger pot, we would be fine. By the way, the soup is still on medium. Make sure you're paying attention to your soup so it does not burn on the bottom. So you want to be like, you know, stirring it from the bottom, but don't scrape it too hard. Like just stir it on the bottom. It tastes so good. It is tasting good. You can eat that with rice and all of the things. Alrighty. And y'all, isn't it so crazy? My son, he does not like okra at all. That's the reason why I'm even really, apart from him, you know, not feeling too good, that's why I'm making his pepper soup. He's not an okra fan. And I think it's a texture thing for him. It's the texture of the okra. He doesn't like it. I don't care how hard I try to make him eat it. He ain't gonna eat it. Like, he will not eat it at all. Alrighty. I think we're good. We got everything we need. I just don't want the meats to go in the okra yet because it's already cooked. Alright. I think we're good. So this is what the broth looks like. Let's go back to our okra. Okay. Go back to our okra. Alrighty. I hope y'all can see it very good. Let's go ahead and stir it because it's starting to stick at the bottom. Make sure you don't let it stick at the bottom too much. Okay. Make sure you don't let it stick at the bottom too much. Alrighty. It's good, y'all. Alright, let me show you guys what I do to make it a little slimier. Okay? So if the okra is not as slimy as you want, because when you're cooking okra, the more you stir it, the more it cuts the slime. You know, the more you stir it, the more it cuts it. As you can see, it doesn't have any slime. Because I not only did I add tomatoes as part of the base, but I also added tomatoes, and then I've also been stirring it. If you want your okra to be slimy, don't stir it as much. But I know, you know, sometimes you have to stir it so that everything can mix. But it's definitely going to cut the slime. So if that happens to you, do what I'm about to show you real quick. I'm just like mashing up the peppers and stuff like that, so it could be all up in there. All right, so my trick to making the okra get a little bit slimier is adding some baking soda. Now you're just gonna add like a little bit, not a whole lot, otherwise it's gonna be unbearable. Like the slime's gonna be unbearable, so you just wanna add like just a little bit of that added to your okra, and you should be good. Okay, you should be good. Alrighty. Let's see. So now I'm about to add the broth, and then when I add the broth, I'm gonna add the crabs and let it cook with it because crabs gotta cook. So we're gonna add some broth. Remember, we're making a soup. Hey, ignore those people. I block everybody. Okay, you'll notice they're not gonna be on here no more. You notice they're not gonna be on here anymore. Alrighty. Added some broth, and I am gonna add more broth. So now I'm about to add the crabs. We're about to add the crabs in there because we want the crabs to cook. We want the crabs to cook. And the soup is pretty much, you can say it's pretty much done. But I will be adding a little bit more seasonings and stuff like that. So this is Maryland blue crabs. All right, if you guys are wondering. I think I'm gonna save the other crabs for the pepper soup. Save the other one for the pepper soup. Alrighty. Mmm. Yummy, yummy. I will be adding more broth to this. Okay. Add in more of that. The crab wasn't cooked already. The crab wasn't cooked already. I added the crab last. Crab doesn't take, you know, a long time to cook. So it's gonna cook in here for about 10 minutes. By the time the soup is done, it's gonna be good. But yeah. But yes, y'all, this crab gonna be so good in here, my lord. I'm so excited. I've never been so excited in my life. All right, so I have the stove on a decent amount of heat so that it can cook. I just tasted it, and I think I definitely need to add more. More salt-like seasoning. So I'm gonna add some sazon. And what I like about this sazon is that it's not like salty. It's more flavorful than anything. Alrighty. Yes, it'll be so good with rice. Don't be stingy now with the crab meat. Yeah, it will be so good. It would be so good with some rice. It would be so good with some rice. So good. So good. But I'm making this particular one for fufu. That doesn't mean you can't eat it with rice. You can we will still eat it with rice. I don't eat fufu every day. But I'm making it this way because I want to eat it with fufu, like the soupiness of it. Usually when I make it just for rice, I don't make it as soupy. Okay. I think I want to add a little bit more broth. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add all the broth. Wow, that's definitely like a lot of broth. Definitely a lot. But we're going to let it cook. I'm going to add more like onion and ginger powder to it. And then I'll add a little bit of other herbs. Okay. I'll put a little bit of black pepper. I love the aroma of black pepper. Just a little bit of complete. Put some garlic powder. All right. And I'm gonna put 1 chicken nor in there. And I think we're good as far as the spices. So while it cooks, we're going to get the fish out. We should really start making a fufu, because that's the next step, is to make the fufu. This time I might ask my husband if he can make the fufu for me, because y'all saw how I was struggling the last time. Okay. Tastes good to me. So that's all the spices I'm gonna add for today. I am going to now take the bone out of the fish. So let's go ahead and take the bones out of the fish. And then we're gonna start adding the meats back in the pot. I'm gonna start adding the meat back in the pot. Alrighty. I'm coming, y'all. I'll be right there. Let me stir this a little bit before it starts burning on the bottom. The okra is done, by the way, y'all, if you're wondering. The okra is cooked, meaning. And I can stop at this stage. I'm about to start getting the fufu and things like that set up, so we can start cooking it, so we can eat our okra. I'm over here trying to put things in a pot for the pepper soup that I'm making for my kids, like the crab and stuff. This is where I'm cooking the pepper soup. So I just put the remaining peppers that we chopped up in there, and the remaining tomatoes that we didn't use. I'm about to start that and let it cook. And then we are about to let's take the bones out of this fish, because it definitely comes with a lot of bones, and then we will throw it in there. So let me show y'all. This is the stock fish. It has like bones in it, so after you boil it, you could like, it's easy to open, so you could take the bones out. And this fish, I think the way it's made is like dehydrated fish. I think it's like dehydrated. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm adding it to the pot. But I'm just gonna take out as much bones as possible so that nobody choke on it. And with stockfish, like, because it's like dehydrated fish, it the bones and things like that, they're very, very soft. Like you could chew the bones. Like it's very soft, very, very soft. Like you could break it so easily. So even if I put in the okra, it's not necessarily like, oh, you might choke on it, because you could chew it if you find it in your mouth. But it's like, when you have kids, you want to do as much as possible to avoid any catastrophe. Okay, got our stockfish in there. And then we're about to add the rest of the meats. And our okra will be done. And that, my friend, is how you make okra soup. Oh, one of the ways, let me say. One of the many ways. Okay, I think we're good. Wash my hands. All right. So now we're about to add the rest of the meats to the pot. Okay, we're about to now add the rest of the meat. Let me put the bones in the trash. Mm, thank you, Karthik. This fish doesn't have any salt in it. They don't dry it with salt. All right, it's been cooking for a while. Now we can add our meat, and then we'll get started on cooking our fufu. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, I just found another one. Yeah, this fish is just dehydrated. It doesn't have any salt or anything like that. And the other dry fish that I use when I'm cooking that you guys have seen on here, it doesn't have salt in it as well. They don't dry it with salt. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Gonna add all the meats that we can. The rest will go in the pepper soup. But we're gonna put a lot of it in here for sure. Yes, this pot is little. If you guys are in the comments telling me how little the pot is for what we're making. Trust me, I know. This is isn't this always the issue every week? We're always dealing with how small the pot is. Mm. Somebody on this channel have been asking me to make this for the longest. I can't remember who it is, but it's definitely someone that watches a lot. And I'm here to say, here you have it. Some delicious okra soup. Okay. I want to make sure I add all of the goat meat in here. All right. The rest of the meats, I will put it in our pepper soup. Mm. If y'all wondering why I keep saying it's because I'm definitely eating some of this chicken that we pre-cooked. Y'all, tell me why my husband is like, he think crabs is like fun food. He's like, man, it takes so much work just for that little meat. I'm like, you have no idea. It is worth it. It is worth it. Okay. There you have it, y'all. Our okra soup. Here is our okra soup. I'm gonna keep it on medium and just like let it boil for just a little so the meats and stuff can get marinated into the soup. But pretty much the soup is done, y'all. It is so easy to make. I told y'all this was gonna be a very easy soup today. You can eat this with rice. You can eat it by itself. You can eat it with fufu. You can eat it with whatever in the world you want to eat it with. But tonight, our family, we're eating it with some fufu, and we're about to cook it right now while this is doing its thing. Okay. Let's see what some of y'all talking about. Chicken feed to never saw crab, dry fish, and chicken feed in one pot. Hey, everyone. Everyone that's just joining us. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for liking the stream. We're making some okra soup, and we're about to now make the fufu. So chapati, Indian bread, and rice with this is heaven. Hey, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, okay? What nationality is this plate? Liberian. Hey, y'all. All right, y'all. We're about to make the fufu, okay? Our pepper soup is on the fire. You know, had to make a little bit of pepper soup for my son. And we're about to make the fufu. We are about to make the fufu. I cannot wait to eat this, y'all. I am so excited. I've never been so excited in my life. I am so excited. And it smells so good. Okay. All right, let me go get our fufu so we can start making it. Go get our fufu so we can start making it. So this is the fufu we're using today. I'm about to show y'all how I make mine. We're making it in the pot. All right. Don't forget, I posted a video yesterday of my harvest. When this live is over, don't forget to go and watch it. Give it a like. Share it if you care to share with someone. Leave a comment if you have any questions. But yes, I posted a video yesterday. If you guys missed it, Cause YouTube been on some funny stuff lately. Been on some funny stuff. All right, let's go make our fufu, y'all. Let's go make our fufu. Wow. Blocked. Malakari blocked. All right, let's go make our fufu. I know some of you guys fighting my battles in here. Don't worry. Once I catch them, they getting blocked immediately. Okay, immediately. What is fufu? So fufu is made with like different yams type things. So like Ghana yam. This one is made with plantain. I think this is plantain fufu. Yep, it says plantain. So this is plantain fufu. There's cocoa yam. There is just a bunch of cassava. You can make a cassava fufu as well. And fufu is like a starch that we eat a lot with different soups in a lot of West African countries. Yeah, so that's what fufu is. In Nigeria though, I don't know if they eat fufu like that. I know like their preferred type of fufu is like yams, like the pounded yams. So, but in Liberia, we eat fufu a lot. I'm using a plantain fufu today, but I typically like the what is it called? The cocoa yam fufu. The cocoa yam fufu is my favorite. I love cocoa yam. It's actually one of my favorite. And cocoa yam, when you like, you can make like cocoa yam soup. It is so good. It's very healthy. Very healthy. It's so good. You don't even think about like, oh wow, I'm eating something really healthy. Yeah. So I just put some water in the pot, and then so this is like dried plantain. They like, dry the plantain into and then grinded it into a powder. And then you'll see it's gonna be made into like a starch, like a thick substance at the end. So we're just gonna smooth it out. Add a bunch of water in there. I have my fufu stick. This is what we use to make the fufu. This is my fufu stick. All right. And then I'm just going to stir it until it is smooth, until it is nice and smooth. Okay. Once it is nice and smooth, then we're going to put it on the fire. This is how even when I'm making pounded yam, I do it the same way. Some people, they boil the water on the stove, like the water gets hot, and then they start adding the powder, and then they start to pound it. I prefer this method. I prefer smoothing it out first before I actually try to cook it. This is how I like to make mine. Woo, Lord. That would have been a disaster. So if it's like very lumpy, you can also use your hands to like take, make sure the lumps are all out. Make sure that it's no longer lumpy. It should be thick, right? In the pot, it could be thick. The thicker it is, just remember the thicker the what is this? The mix is, the harder the fufu is going to be. The lighter the mix is, the softer the fufu is going to be. And so it's all up to you. I like mine medium hard. I don't want it like super soft, and I definitely don't want it like super hard either, where you could throw it at somebody and they get a concoction. So I like mine right in the middle. Like and I'm talking about the mix. So And what I'm doing is like basically, you know, my measurement is like by head, right? So it's gonna be really hard for me to measure this for you guys to tell you, you know, like what part fufu and what part water for you to use. But maybe one day I will measure it for you guys and cook it with with my measurements and then share it with you all. Okay, it's getting nice and smooth. I think it is. I don't think I see any lumps in there. Nope, I don't see any lumps. Everything looks good. So now we can actually start cooking it on the stove. All right. Alrighty. Let's get started. Let's check on our soup before we get started. Gotta make sure we stir. Gotta make sure that we stir the soup so it doesn't stick on the bottom. I have it on like medium low right now, so. And the reason why it's so long is because I want everything to marinate. I want it to marinate properly so that it can, so all the meats can taste like it. Oh, how are you preparing batter kind of thing? Then you'll cook. Yep. Yeah, pretty much, Karthik. In South Africa, we eat pap with different soups. It is made out of maize. Maze is, oh yeah, corn. Okay, I'm familiar. I'm familiar. Yes, come get some. Come get some of this crab. I gotta be careful, child, before they all fall out of the pot. Because y'all know I have an issue with size. I can never cook the amount that should be in this pot. I'm always overdoing it. I can't wait to eat this with y'all, though. I cannot wait to eat this with y'all. Alrighty. It's not burning at the bottom, and it's still slowly cooking. So, and just be mindful, you know, when you guys pre-cook like your meat and stuff, when you get the broth and things like that, like the main thing that you're cooking in the stew is the okra. It's for the okra to get done, you know, and stuff like that. So don't overcook your meat. I don't like my meat like super soft. I like it, you know, just the right amount of softness. Oh Lord, not you guys are crazy. You guys are so crazy. Looks like our real gumbo. It does, doesn't it? Every time I make this, like Americans always say that. Yep. In India, we also cook something like fufu, but it's made of ragi. It's a millet. Very healthy. Yep. So fufu, even though fufu is made out of, it's like the starch of all of these different plants. Remember, it's still starch. So if you eat it a lot, you're going to gain weight, okay? So I'm about to put the stove on like medium. Let's see if y'all can see. All right. I'll put it on medium. And then basically the whole cooking process of this is like stirring it until it comes to like a thick consistency. So we're about to do a lot of stirring. My arm is about to be hurting. All right. My arms is about to start hurting. You guys are probably wondering what's going on back there. That's the pepper soup I'm cooking for my son that I told you about. That's what I got going on back there. It's that pepper soup. Thanks everyone for all your kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thanks for being on here with me this evening. And for a lot of you guys that it's in the morning, good morning. Thanks for spending your morning with me. A lot of people that's not in America, it's like in the morning or it's like super late to y'all, which I find so fascinating. It's so amazing. That's one thing I love about like YouTube and stuff like that. I feel like it connects us. YouTube, you know, like certain social media that isn't crazy. I love how it connects like all the different cultures from around the world. Like look at me over here in America cooking Liberian food, and people from all around the world can conversate and speak on it and talk about their experiences as well with their food. I love that. Food makes the world go around. But yes, y'all, when you start to cook this, let me just tell you, okay? If you don't have any muscles in your arm, just get ready. You about to work out. Because the thicker this gets, the harder it is to stir. If you can't tell. The harder it is to stir. And you about to be using your muscles, honey. You about to be using all your muscles. Let me check on pepper soup. Check on my pepper soup. Make sure it's doing everything it needs to do. Pretty good. So like the thicker it gets, you're just gonna keep stirring it until I might even add some water to this because this is super thick. I can already tell it's gonna be like super thick. So I'm just gonna start mashing it. I'm gonna take my gloves off because I'm pretty much done with what I need gloves for. Wash my hands 1 second, y'all. Alrighty. This right here gonna have you with a lot of muscles on your arms, okay? Well, one arm gonna be stronger than the other one, whichever arm is the dominant one. That's why I don't eat this every day. It's too much work, okay? It is too much work. By the way, happy Diwali to all. It's a festival of lights. Beautiful. Happy Diwali to all my Indians. Happy Diwali. Is it Diwali? Let me make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Happy Diwali to everyone, all the Indians in the house. All right. 1 second, I'm about to go get some chicken noir for my son's pepper soup. Gotta make sure it's tasting good. Okay. How long has it been? About to add some peppers to his pepper soup. Okay, some pepper because pepper you gotta put pepper in pepper soup now. And then I'm gonna add some. I already showed you guys how I make pepper soup on this channel, if you're wondering. That's why I'm not showing you everything I'm doing. I think we went live and we made this before. It's just like soup with a bunch of veggies. Alrighty. Our fufu is coming along. Our fufu is coming along. I'm stirring the okra real quick to make sure the bottom is not burning. All right, so pretty much you'll know that this is ready once like the color is like a darker yellow instead of a light yellow. Like it's light yellow right now. So once it just get a little bit darker, That's when you know it's done. It won't be like super dark. Like it will look like this because this is the bottom of the pot right now. This what it look like. This what all of it should look like this right here. That's how you know it's ready. All right. I'm about to add some water to it so it can cook a little bit more on the bottom. So I'm just spreading some space in the middle. So when I add the water, it can go in between. All right. Let it cook. We're almost done. Once we're done with the fufu, I would dish out the okra with the fufu so you can see how we eat it. But wasn't the okra soup like super easy to cook? Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think it's something that is easy to make? Can you see yourself making it? Or do you feel like you gotta watch it a few more times? What you laughing at in here? I can feel the steam. That's hilarious. Fufu and soup. No, it's not tofu. This fufu. Oh yeah, fufu. You meant to say we're making fufu. Or whatever you call it. Is that an African dish, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, yep, that's what we're making. You're right. That's what we're making. You're absolutely right. So on Sundays, I do a lot of garden to table. So a lot of things that I cook are things that I grow in my garden. And every Sunday I come and try to make like something traditional from my country. I did grow okra this year. It produced a lot, but not enough, for it to last a long time. So this okra, I had to add some to it from the store. But everything else, apart from the meats, I grew it in my garden, like all of the veggies. I grew it in my garden that we used tonight. So, all throughout the summer and stuff like that, we did a lot of gardening and things like that. So now, like, we're heavy on the garden to table with all of the things that we've been growing in our garden this year. I posted a video, another harvest video yesterday. So you guys make sure you go and check it out after this live. I harvested pretty much like the last of my ripe tomatoes. Everything else is green. Like all the rest of the tomatoes are green out there. And man, when I tell you, it's a lot of green tomatoes out there. I don't know what to do. I have no clue what to do with all them tomatoes. But I'm going to look into some ways to make some green tomatoes. Maybe I'll make some fried green tomatoes to see what that tastes like. The only thing is, I feel like the green tomatoes will be like sour, and I don't like sour food at all. Like, I don't like sour. Sour is not my ministry. That's the one thing I don't like. Is like sour food. If it's sour, I'm not eating it. So I don't know what to do with those green tomatoes. All right, I wish it's coming along. It's almost there. It's almost there, y'all. It's almost there. Almost there. We're almost done. Y'all could tell, right? Y'all could tell the difference from what it looked like earlier. Like it's looking now like all of it it's mixed very well, right? Like it's looking now, they're all like about to be like consistently like a darker yellow than earlier. It's almost there. Y'all see all the work we do just to eat? Can you believe this? Ooh, child. I wish I saw the beginning too. Is that like, no, this is fufu. Do you cook American food too? Not all the time, but I will sprinkle it here and there. In our house, we eat mostly African food. But yeah, occasionally, I'll make some American food. Let me know in the comments what y'all want me to make. I'll make it. I could cook anything. I can cook anything with a little bit of research. I love hot butter. Is hilarious. It looks like creamy mashed potatoes. It doesn't it? It does. But this is like a starch. It's like plantain flour. This is plantain flour or grounded, you know, dehydrated plantains that were made into flour, and then we'll make it with fufu, which is like into like this starchy. Ooh, it's good. I got the fan on and I'm still hot from this fufu. That's the thing. When you're making this, you're gonna be hot. It's almost done, y'all. It's almost done. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let it do its thing a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit more, just a little bit more water. This is the last time I'm adding water, and then we're about to be done. I'm about to get the bowl that we're gonna eat it in, so we can dish it out. All right. Ooh, it is hot in here. Where's my cooking spoon, Daddy? Have you seen my cooking spoon, the silver one? Huh? You sleeping? I don't see that silver cooking spoon. Oh, it's center on this. Thanks. The food is pretty much done. You want to come get something to eat. Like a dumpling? I don't know. It's burning. Where are you? It's fine. It's not burning. Remember, I eat this so frequently. I could go upstairs. I could leave this on here, go upstairs, and come back and know what position it's in. It's not burning. I'm trying to find a bowl that I'm going to eat this in. Y'all see the difference in the color, right? Y'all see the difference in the color? When it's ready, it should be like stuck together like that. It should not be easy to come apart at all. It's definitely ready. Let me go get my bowl that we're about to put it in so we can get to eating. It's eating time. Oh, child. Oh, my Lord. It is hot in here. All right, this is ready. I turn the stove off. All right. Turn the stove off. We're about to dish out the one that we're going to eat. Okay. So I'm going to rinse the bowl so it's not too sticky, so it doesn't stick on the bowl too much. I'm going to rinse the bowl. Okay. Uh-oh. This is what it looks like. Okay, when it's done, put that in the bowl. And then, in Liberia, you have to wash your hands. You wash your hands if you're about to serve it to people. So we mold it like this. So for a lot of you that have seen fufu before, this is what you've seen it look like. So, you know, we mold it into like a nice circle, flip it over, woo, and there you have it. There you have it. And that's our fufu. Okay, now we're about to add our okra. All right, let's go to the okra. Okay. Hey y'all. Hey to everyone that's saying hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here with us tonight. Girl, it's time for me. Oh, your food looks delicious. I wish I could eat and try African food. Hey, and you definitely can with all of my recipes. They're easy recipes. I always tell y'all, I try to make it as easy as possible. And a lot of the time that would be taken to make it is like the prepping, like the things like cutting the onions and, all of that stuff. That's what takes time. But like the cooking process is very simple. Alrighty, let's go add our okra to our bowl. Okay, add our okra. I want to make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Alright. So y'all already know I was about to get the crab, right? Y'all already know I'm about to get the crab. Gonna put it on here. What else should I get? I'm gonna get a chicken feet. Okay. I want some goat in here too. Where the homies at? I need some goat and some fish in here. Let's see. Alrighty. Alrighty, alrighty. Alright. Let's come and try it. Let's come and try our okra, y'all. Let me bring it closer so y'all can see. It is hot as I don't know what. It is really, really hot. Let's see. Well, here it is. This is the okra soup and the fufu. Okay. Now, let's come and eat. Let's come and eat. Good evening. Good evening to everyone. Good evening. Oh, wow, that looks so good. I'm hungry. I only got a boring sandwich. All right, let's come and eat, okay? Let's come and eat. I'm just trying to set my camera down. Set my camera down so I can be able to see y'all. It looks so delicious. Thanks, everyone. Alrighty, y'all. Let's go ahead. Let me cover this up. Turn the stove off. Gonna wash my hands. So y'all know how we eating this, right? Y'all know how we about to eat this, right? washed my hands. We're good. Here it is. We all know how we do it on this channel, right? My people, y'all, let's eat. Oh, my people, y'all, let's eat. In my culture in Liberia, we invite people to eat by saying, "My people, y'all, let's eat." Oh, so my people, y'all, let's eat. Today we're eating fufu and okra soup. We made it together with ingredients from my garden. So come and eat with me, just how you came and cooked with me. I hope y'all enjoyed the recipe. This was a very easy recipe, so I hope you guys get to cook it. Thanks for being here with me tonight. So let's eat. So you're gonna grab the fufu and put it in the soup. Okay? You put it in the soup and then you eat it. God bless this food in the mighty name of Jesus. I pray, amen. Okay. I be surprising myself every day. This is good, y'all. So yep, you just grab, if you're at home and you're wondering how to eat fufu, you just grab the fufu. You can put it into like a ball. Some people like to put it into a ball. It doesn't matter to me. My grandma said it's all going to the same place. See it right here, the ball. You can put it into the soup, to the okra. That's it right there. Of course, you can eat with a spoon. When you're eating this, but in my culture, we eat it with our hands or with a spoon if we choose. But also, God created natural spoons. So why not? This is a spoon. S-P-O-O-N. Spoon. So for some of you guys that are literally having a heart attack right now because I'm eating with my hands, it's actually a spoon, y'all. See, I spelled it. It's a spoon. All right, let's see what the people are talking about before I let y'all go. Because I gotta feed the family. Okay? I gotta feed the family. Let's see what you guys talking about. Okra means half the world eat with their hands. Yeah. It's a spoon, y'all. It's a spoon. S-P-O-O-N. Why else would it be 5 letters? Just to remind us that this is a spoon. Okay? Just to remind us. But anyway, y'all. That's it, y'all. That's how you make Liberian red oil okra. This is one of the ways I make my okra. As you can see, it's not as slimy as I would like it to be, but that's okay. I'm gonna eat it with more rice. I'm gonna eat it with rice. You can eat it with rice. You can eat it with anything. But because it's not as slimy as I would like, I think I'm gonna eat it with rice. Still tastes good with fufu though. Woo, this is hot. Woo. Oh my Lord. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have showed you the crab. Lord, I'm being greedy. Come and eat some crabs with me. This is the Maryland blue crab. Okay? Alright, y'all. I really want to eat this, so I'm about to let y'all go. Because the way I want to eat it, it's not appropriate for the spring. Okay? But alrighty, y'all. Let's see. Maryland in the house, honey. I'm from the DMV. Alrighty. I'm gonna let you guys go. That's how you make Liberian red oil okra. I have a ton more recipes on this channel if you want to learn how to make a lot of West African food, specifically Liberia and Nigeria, sometimes Ghana and West African food. But I started a channel, with doing like my gardening and things like that. So I wanted to always come on here and show you guys how I make certain foods in my culture, or just use how I use the ingredients grown in my garden. And I grow a ton of stuff. Everything that we eat, I would say majority of it is grown in my garden, and I pride myself on doing that because look at the state of the economy. So if you too would like to learn how to start your very own garden, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I have a ton of videos from seed to harvest. Okay? And join my Facebook garden group if you would like to stay in the know of what all we got going on in the garden and when we go live and when I post a video, all that good stuff. Okay? Join our garden group and just go on my page. I have a lot of resources for you. And I think you will love it, especially if you would like to learn how to grow your own food. All right, a lot of the lives will be on me cooking and sometimes garden chat. Okay. Alrighty, y'all. I love you guys so much. I think I answered a lot of y'all questions. I think we're good. A lot of you guys is very late where you are, so I'm gonna let you all go. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you. Yep, that's what it is. Fufu. I love the way you just spell fufu. That's so funny. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. Happy eating, happy gardening, and have a happy week. Bye, y'all. Let me give you guys one last look of the okra, and then I'll let y'all go. Okay? Alrighty. Here is the okra, the final look. It was really good. Have a wonderful night, y'all. Have a wonderful night and have a wonderful morning. I know for some of you guys it's the morning as well. Bye.